Okay, this is my practice problem for Chapter 3. Aerobic respiration occurs in the body according to the following formula. C6H12O6, which is glucose, plus 6 oxygen yields 6 carbon dioxides, 6 water molecules, and 36 ATP. So how many grams of H2O will form if 20 grams of glucose reacts with 50 grams of oxygen? So the first thing I've done is to rewrite the equation, and I just made some notations about what we have and what we're looking for. So we have 20 grams of glucose and 50 grams of oxygen, and we're trying to calculate how many grams of H2O. So then I'm going to convert the glucose and the oxygen from grams to moles. So I have 20 grams of glucose, and 1 mole of glucose weighs 180.15 grams. So when I divide that out, I get 0.1110 moles of glucose. And then I will do the same thing for the oxygen. 50 grams of oxygen times 1 mole of oxygen is equal to 32 grams of oxygen. So when I divide that out, I get 1.563 moles of oxygen. So then I will convert from moles of glucose and moles of oxygen into moles of water to determine which is my limiting reactant. So I have 0.1110 moles of glucose, and there are 6 moles of water for every 1 mole of glucose. So that gives me 0.6660 moles of H2O. And I have 1.563 moles of oxygen, and the ratio from the equation is 6 moles of H2O to every 6 moles of oxygen, so it's basically 1 to 1. So that gives me 1.563 moles of H2O. So the glucose can only form 0.666 moles of H2O compared to the oxygen, which can form 1.563. So glucose is my limiting reactant. So I know that the maximum number of moles that can form with these weights is 0.6660. So I will then take that and convert that into grams using the molecular weight of H2O, which is 33.0 grams. So 0.666 times 33 gives me a final answer of 21.98 grams of H2O.